Okay. Okay. Let's see. What is our rare? I don't think it's good. As an additional cost to cast this spell, you may exile a white card. It costs 2 less for each white card you exile. Exile target artifact, creature, or enchantment with mana value X or less. Well, it's a removal spell and it's a rare, which I need for my collection. Actually, I think Earth would be better here. Embrace would probably be better here. Mender's not bad, but this is still a removal spell. I mean, it's a bad removal spell. You have to pay like 5 mana to exile a 4-drop. But at least you can exile also artifacts and enchantments. So I will pick the rare here and see what we get. Next, an Other March. Oh man. Yeah, this is just too bad to pick it here. Story Weave is fine. It's a fine comet trick. So let's see. Companion is fine. There's like I guess there's like a white-green enchantment archetype. This is more for the modified creatures archetype. What else do we've got here? Nothing too special, I think. Bearer of Memory, also for the archetype that cares about modified creatures. Trashbot gets +1/+0 for each artifact and enchantment card in your graveyard. Not that convinced. I mean, it's called Trashbot, so it can't be too good. Okay, what's that? Target creature gets +1/+1 for each artifact and or enchantment you control. And later it's a creature that gets +1/+1 for each artifact and enchantment you control. Okay. This is not bad. I mean, the shrine is also pretty good. Maybe I'm supposed to pick the shrine and hope to get some more shrines. Is there anything else we should consider? Terrarium is not bad. For splashing purposes, but maybe I just pick the saga here and try to draft a good enchantment and artifact deck here. Yeah, well, I will stay open. Let's see. Let's see if we can find some more good black cards. We don't know yet. Okay, Technician, Ninjutsu 2/4, and when it deals combat damage to player, you may put an artifact card with mana value less than or equal to that damage from your hand onto the battlefield. Okay. Okay, you can play an additional land card, you get 3 life, and later it's a 3/3 that untaps your lands when it gets blocked. Which is okay. It's not bad, right? Is it better than the Technician? Should I pick the Technician here? What else do we've got? I like the Synthesizer. It's a nice value card that gives you a 2/2 and later another card too. But I guess I will try out the Azusa's, the Journeys. Now what's that? That's for the red-white samurai/warrior deck, right? Whenever samurai or warrior you control takes a loan, you may cast target artifact card from your graveyard this turn. That's pretty good. What else is there? Blade Blesser. Could be good, but I think it's better in a red-black artifact and an enchantment deck. Isn't it? Or maybe even in the blue-black artifact enchantment and ninjutsu deck. The crab is also fine. Is blue open? Well, let's see. Oh, the hot spring. Will we draft again the modified creatures deck? Just green white, green red. I like that deck a lot. I made two times 7 wins with that deck. There's also an intervention. But the Stalker's also good. This is more for the Samurai and Warrior deck. I mean, this would be even fine in the modified creatures deck. Well, we need some artifacts for that. But well, let's try the hot spring here. Ooh. Kumano faces Kakasan. I like that. That's a good card. It's a good aggro card. Repel the Vial. For 4 mana, exile target creature with power 4 greater or you exile an enchantment. That's a fine card, I guess. There are a lot of enchantments you can exile with it. Spell Pierce, Trespasses, 3/5 for 5 mana. Ah yeah, and you can tap 2 creatures down and they don't untap the next turn. Moonsnare prototype. Oh, that's a good vehicle. When it becomes an artifact creature, oh no, wait, when it becomes crewed, another vehicle becomes an artifact creature. So you can basically crew two creatures with it. But there's also a Skyscraper, which is perfect for modified creatures. And there's a Tanuki, which is also pretty good. But I like the Skyscraper a lot. So seems like we are red-green again. The Ogre, and I think this is pretty good in the red-green deck. Because it puts 1/1 counters on your creatures. There's also a Suit, which could be fine. Yeah, but let's pick this one. And the Bearer on the wheel, I guess. Yeah, on the wheel. This is pick 10. Jungle Hollow could be fine. I mean, we don't know what we open in the next 2 packs. Maybe a bomb, but let's pick the Bearer here. I think, I mean, you enchant a land, but it becomes a creature, so it's a modified creature, right? Because it's enchanted. So this is actually pretty good. I mean, what means pretty good? It's fine, so let's pick it. Puppet. Enters the battlefield. For each kind of counter on target permanent, put another counter of that kind on it or remove 1 from it. So it could be a lore counter, but I think it's not good enough. Yeah. The Samurai would be kind of a acceptable filler creature. I hope I don't have to play it. And then other emergence. Mint Link Mech. Well, we're obviously not gonna play that, but let's see if there's something worth to pick instead, like the Keeper. The Keeper's pretty good. As long as it is modified, it taps for 2 mana. Is it good enough, though? Can we put like a counter on it on turn 3? Maybe with Kumano, it would be pretty good, I think. Man, yeah, I think I should pick the Keeper here. I mean, it's not a game-winning card, right? So maybe I just rare draft. Yeah, it's not a game winner, so I will rare draft here. I want the cards for the collection. Oh, Discharge. That's pretty good. Cultivation could be fine. Maybe we'll air. Automaton, also pretty good. I mean, we do not have that many artifacts, but it would be a pretty good card with Heiko, as it's an artifact we can replay from the graveyard, but we would need enough artifact to go with it to pump it. So the pick is definitively Discharge here. Nothing else to consider, I think. You gain 2 life. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. Exile one of them face down with a hatching counter on it. Then put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. Later you get a 0/1 creature. And when it dies, you may cast a creature spell from among cards you own and exile with hatching counters on them without paying its mana cost. Would be pretty cool to find a skyscraper with it. So maybe, I mean, I will definitely pick the rare over a Stalker. Hopefully we can wheel the Stalker. We didn't wheel a Stalker in the last pack. Okay, another one of those. Is it better than Trainee though? Maybe not. I mean, we only have those emergence as 2-drops, and at least it gives us, we gain 3 life. Well, and you untap 3 lands, you can untap 3 lands, and this can give you a lot of mana advantage. Well, maybe I will still pick it. But I'm not sure if it's the right pick here. Trainee could be fine too. Terrarium, not really. And maybe we can get another Memory Bearer. Okay, what's here? Air or Greater Tanuki. I think it's got to be the Tanuki. What's that? Haste. At the beginning of your end step, return Reinforced Ronin to its owner's hand. And later you can discard it to draw a card. I don't think we are aggressive enough to play that. I think we will rather pick the 6-drop, which is potentially a card to ramp into a skyscraper maybe. But I actually like it. Okay, another rare. We will probably draft here. Man, but the Renegade is... And there's a Visitor. Yeah, this is a game-winning card, definitively. So we got 10 enchantments. And this card, if you can drop it on turn 1 and later just play all of your enchantments to pump it, it's just amazing. It's ridiculous. What can this... And as a battlefield, exile target card other than basic land card from an opponent's graveyard. Search it... Well... Adios. This one again, but there's also a Voltage Surge, but we don't have that many. We have actually just one artifact, and that's our Skyscraper. We don't want to sacrifice it to the Surge. But also the Steelbreaker also needs artifacts, so I guess I will pick it over the Tails. How many 5-drops? Well, we only have one 5-drop. Maybe I will pick the Tails. I mean, it turns into a 5/5 Vigilance and Haste. Boon could be good. Also Commune with Spirits could be pretty good. And Apprentice is also, I guess, even better. Because it's a modified creature. Well, we don't have that many synergies with modified creatures yet, so maybe I will prefer the Commune here. Well, Archer is a filler creature, but still, is it better than Ronin here? Because Archer is that defensively. On the other hand, we don't have that many cards against flying creatures. So I will pick the Archer. I mean, I already have a Ronin, and I don't want to play. I hope I don't have to play the first one, so I don't want to pick another one. So air's fine here. Artificer could be fine to ramp out a Skyscraper. I mean, at least I think it's better than the Ronin. Yeah, because we don't have that many. We have 3 samurais. So, okay, another bearer. As long as enchanted permanent is a creature, it gets +1/+3 and has reach and can be tapped for mana. A crit creature gets +1/+1, and when it gets blocked, it deals 1 damage to a defending player. That's not bad. I mean, it's a creature with, or a card with reconfigure, so maybe we are gonna play the bronze cudgels. On color rare. You can tap it for 2 mana and return it to your hand. And then you read the top 4 cards of your library, and you may put a land from among them to the battlefield. That's not so exciting. And then you can channel it and return X target non-legendary cards from your graveyard to your hand. Okay, that's not bad. There's also a Earth. An Earth, I would really love to pick it. But again, that's a rare. I need that for my collection. And it's not bad. So we will pick that. Kappa Tech Wrecker. 1/3 with Ninjutsu 2. It enters the battlefield with a Death Touch counter on it, and when it deals combat damage to a player, you can reveal that counter, and then you can exile an artifact or an enchantment that player controls. Not bad. We already got one of those. I don't want to end up with too many combat tricks, so I think the creature is better here. We already have 12 creatures plus those sagas, but I would like to replace this Ronin and those emergencies, maybe, at least one of them, and the bamboo, the archer, with creatures with more 2-drops and maybe 1-drops. Hoverbike, the vehicle is not bad. What else there is there? So we could... That's actually not bad. We have so many enchantments. 14 enchantments. And another Stalker. I would like to pick that. We still don't have that many modified creature synergies. Actually, only the skyscraper. Only the skyscraper. Favor of Jukai. If it's a permanent creature, it gets +3/+3 and has reach. Oh, the Kunai is good. Another apprentice would be fine. But I think the Kunai is better here. We are lacking on removal spells, so we should pick that. We have the Discharge. But that's basically it. We don't have any other removal spell here, so yeah, let's pick the Kunai. I will pick another one of those. We could also pick the Highlands. I think this is still better. Salt. Yeah, I like that. I think we are a very low curve deck. I mean, it's a little bit sketchy because we have also like those 5, 6 and this 8-drop. Maybe I will still pick this one, because it also ramps us into a skyscraper. Because of the 1/1 counter, it gives potentially another creature. Do I want to play any of those cards? The Commune or the Safekeeping? Hexproof, indestructible, and you gain 2 life. I don't think I want to play any of those cards. Maybe I would pick the Safekeeping here because I definitively don't want to play 2 Communes. Or should I? A Colossus. I mean, we've got the Artificer, so we could play the Colossus and try to ramp it out. But there's also a Sling. Not sure about that. I mean, it's another 1-drop, so let's pick the Colossus. I don't think I would play it. Another red-green land is good. Yeah, let's pick that. The Sling again. So many slings. Does this do anything in our deck? I mean, we could return our tails just to get more 1/1 counters. I don't think we want. So let's not play it here. Renewal could be good. Okay, I don't think I want to play any of those. And other highlands. Pretty good, pretty good. So, what are we not gonna play? I mean, let's think about the cudgels. You play it for one, you equip it for 1, and then you can pay 2, and the creature gets +1/+0. For 4, it gets +3/+0, and for 6, it gets +6/+0. Not that good, actually, isn't it? Visitor is definitively good. I also want to play both of those. Maybe the Sling isn't that good anymore, given that we have so many 1-drops, and maybe the Commune isn't that good. I want to play the Kunai, and this is not a 1-drop. This is more like a 4 or 5-drop. So we have 4 1-drops, which is a lot. I mean, our average curve now is 2.6. I think I will ditch 1 Emergence and maybe even the second, because we are not going to play that. Maybe we are going to play only 16 lands. Well, they can't destroy it that easily. I mean, if they destroy it, we will keep the land, and we still can use it to. Well, I mean, we can tap the land for mana, so maybe it's not that bad. But it's more like a 3-drop. You want to play it turn 3 and attack with it right away. Otherwise, the haste is just going to waste. I think the journeys are good. Will I ditch the archer? We can destroy a creature with flying potentially. What can we do against creatures with flying? We have the Kunai to destroy him. We have the Hoverbike, which can block smaller flying creatures. I think I will get rid of the Artificer. This only gives haste but not reach. This doesn't do anything. Just gains life, which isn't bad. The Story Weave is actually pretty good with both of those sagas here. I think I want to keep the renewal. Oh, we only have 11 creatures now, but we have plus those creatures are like 13, 14, and those two, so 16. I mean, 17, I mean. So, And here 18, so we have much more creatures than it seems. But we really don't have that much against flying creatures, so I think I should keep the archer. So maybe I will still play 17 lands, because if I kick out both of those, our average curve now is 2.8, which is close to 3, which for me means that I would prefer to play 17 lands, but still, do we have something to do with our mana if we are top decking? Well, I mean, if we flood out, we can use the visionary. What else? We have 2 bearers of memory, so I think we have enough mana sinks here. Well, actually only those 3 cards, but I think those 3 cards are enough. We only have 1 4-drop. But I don't think it's worth it to play the Kami, and the general isn't that bad actually. We can like block with a hoverbike and later play it from the graveyard. We can sacrifice the kunai and play it again. Well, those are our only 3 artifacts, and the skyscraper, I mean, would be pretty good to play the skyscraper from the graveyard, but don't think that happens that often. So what else can we ditch? Maybe just the other emergence, like that, and play 6 mountains and 9 forests. We have 2 highlands. Yeah, let's try it like that. Okay, this hand looks fine, I think. So I can play the visionary or maybe even the archer if our opponent commits a flying creature very early to their board. They've got the visitor. Oh boy. Are we screwed now? Let's see if they can follow up with an enchantment. Doesn't seem so. So do we attack? I don't think I want to activate this ability. Or do I? What does it do? We find another land. Or we can search for another land in the top 4 cards. I don't think it's worth it. I think I would rather... I could search a land with Tanuki. I also don't think this is necessary because we can find more lands with the visionary. So let's just attack. See if they have something like a combat trick, so we can blow them out with Story Weave, and then play the archer as a blocker for the visitor and pass the turn. So maybe next turn I will return the visionary to our hand. So our opponent managed to play an enchantment creature, so this got a 1/1 counter. And now, I mean, I could attack with Jukai and play the Story Weave, but I don't really want to put counters on Jukai because we want to put it back into our hand sooner or later, and then it would lose all the counters. I could like put counters on this creature, but so the heir would enter with a 1/1 counter the battlefield. I think I will just pass here. Return the visionary to our hand at the end of that turn and hopefully find another land. Oh, that's a pretty good one. So maybe we are going to play Story Weave after all. I mean, now they've got a 4/4. Well, I don't think they will attack. Oh wait, this is not an enchantment creature, okay. If they attack with the Bearer of Memory, I will definitely trade. They seem to have a combat trick. It might be the combat trick that gives plus X, where X is the highest converted mana cost of their creatures. So I think I will just double block here. If this becomes a 6/6, we can put 2 counters here and it will die anyway. Yeah, that's fine. And then we can put those counters on our defender creature, which isn't the best, but it's better than putting those counters on this creature here. And we got rid of their growing creatures, so I think this was a fine trade. And now we can play the air, which enters the battlefield with a 1/1 counter on it. And we will not attack. We will keep up the visionary to return to our hand next turn. And then we can hopefully cast the Tanuki. Okay, Prances, pretty good. Pretty good. And found a turtle. But they must be splashing blue, I think. So we can only hope they won't find it. Wait, what's that? It can copy a activated or triggered ability from an enchantment source. So also from from an enchantment source, not they control, right? So they can also copy mine. So, for example, this one. They could have copied it with a mana. That's mean. Oh, we can play Skyscraper now. That's even better than the Tanuki. Okay, let's do that. Play Highlands. And, well, no point in attacking, so we pass the turn. So still no turtle mana. They can put 1/1 counters now on their creatures. Okay, now they could double block our Skyscraper with Prancer and Bearer of Memory, which would be fine, I guess. They could put like a counter. No, they can't. They don't have the mana for Bearer. So let's attack. And see what they do. Do they have a trick here? Seems so. Or do they just wanna channel the turtle? Which wouldn't be the worst with Prancer. Ah, okay. Okay, that's fine. So that's a 2-for-1 still, and we trample for 4. So I think that was a fine trade, and now we will play the Tanuki. And I mean, what does this do? It returns target non-legendary cards from your graveyard to your hand. So not only permanent cards, all cards. So I think next turn we will just channel the Visionary to return all of those cards. Like, how much mana do we have? We have like 8 mana, so we can return 6 cards. We have cards, we right now have 5 cards in our graveyard. But those are pretty good cards. How did we mill some of our cards? Does this creature mill into your graveyard? Oh, okay. So yeah, let's attack first, I think. So we can attack with those creatures. This is I have to be careful, I think, because this is an enchantment ability. They could copy it, right? And then they could... I have to be really careful here. And then they could copy it and return also their cards to their hand. Ah man, I messed up here. They can block with a Bear of Memory and put a counter on it. Oh, but they block the Tanuki, that's good. They could have eaten my Fang. That would have been bad. So at least we get rid of the Bear of Memory. That's so bad. We just have to kill this Weaver. We can't use this ability. Otherwise they just will return all their stuff. At least we can recast the Skyscraper now with our general. And they don't have good blocks. Well, they can block with a trainee. They can trade here. But well, I think I will still do that. Ooh, Hot Spring. That's good. So we can put a 1/1 counter on the general and they can trade with a trainee. Then they have at least to... Or can they copy that ability too? Oh wait, I have to activate it. Ah damn, I thought this... Wait, this is also a samurai. But 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, we can't cast our artifact. That's too bad. Well, anyway I will attack because they would have to double block and they would lose their Weaver and then I could activate the channel ability of the Visionary. I mean, this is also a ability of an enchantment, so if I activate it, they can copy it. This stupid Reaver is so good. So let's end the turn. And hope they don't find the blue mana for that turtle. If they do, they wouldn't even have to tap out. So we pass, we go into our turn and we attack with the Fang again, and now we will replay our Skyscraper. Deal another 3. No blue mana, so I don't think they have a counter. Play another land and pass the turn. I mean, maybe we just activate the Hot Spring next turn, and if they copy the ability, we can channel the Visionary and they can copy its ability. Okay. That was good enough. That worked out. Yeah, the Skyscraper is pretty good. I don't know what to do about that. So we can play turn 1, but we don't have a follow-up to put a 1/1 counter on it. Maybe we keep it anyway to get the 2/2 with haste on turn 3 at least. And if it dies, we can get it back with the renewal. We have a Story Weave. Yeah, let's do it. We could even... No, we can't play this on turn 2. Otherwise, we could have transformed that. But still, maybe we even draw a 2-drop next turn, hopefully. So our opponent is on black-green. They gain 1 life. We pinged them. Oh, okay. And blue. 3 colors so far. Oh no, and they got the shrine. Well, maybe we can... No, this flashes in, yes, but it's not a creature. So I think we will just pass and tap the shrine here. This is also pretty damn good. And they even get a modified creature right away. Oh, and I forgot to pass to tap the shrine. Yeah, you see, I'm already pretty tired. So let's tap the goblin thing here. It's already looking pretty bad here. What can we do here? Play the bearer and attack for 4. Next turn they can attack for 2. What can we do then? Not much, I guess. They are missing double red to activate the disciple. Okay. A death touching creature. I would be fine to trade with Kumano. So now they can put another counter on their vigor. We don't have a modified creature, so I think maybe I'm supposed to keep up the story weave. And then we can try to eat their vigor. So I will tap down the bearer so they attack. So they will attack, hopefully. And we will keep back the Kumano. He can turn it into a 4/4. And then hopefully block their vigor, their shrine. Oh man, it seems like they have some sort of combo trick. So they're attacking with 4 mana up. They have this the punch here, but still let's try it. This creature has trample anyway, so in case they have a removal spell, there's no point in blocking first, because if they destroy my creature in response to the story weave, it tramples anyway. Yeah, that was pretty bad. That was a pretty huge blowout. They knew what we were planning. Okay, visitor. But we are missing land drops. We already got an enchantment in our graveyard at least now, so... But I think I will just play the air and attack with the hoverbike, or maybe not. So we can block this vigor. I think all of our removal spells are damage based. We've got this removal spell that deals 1, you can pay X to deal X damage, but we're missing land drops and this is getting bigger and bigger. So I think I will just go ahead and play the Fang here and pass the turn and not attack. Still no double red. So if they attack, I think I will crew the hoverbike and double block with air and hoverbike. I mean, this is just so obviously another combat trick. But what can we do? Now probably some sort of pump spell. Okay, well, they return our creature to our hand. It could have been worse. They kind of traded their turtle for our Fang. But it's still pretty bad. This shrine is just stomping us. I mean, at least we can tap it next turn. Drew land here. So maybe it's time to, like, what? Probably play the visitor and tap their shrine in their turn with the hoverbike. And try to make the visitor even bigger than the shrine. I mean, the hoverbike doesn't pump it. Only enchantment spells make it bigger. Maybe the saga will be pretty good here because it gives the spirit another counter, and we can put another counter on it too. So we tap down the vigor. Stupid shrine. Prancer's pretty good here too. We can't forget about the reach here. At least they can pay 1 mana now to pump their vigor even more. Okay. One of those reconfigure creatures. And yeah, I think I will just play the Tales of Master Seshiro. Put a 1/1 counter on the visitor to make it even bigger than the shrine. And wait. Oh, we can put 1/1 counters on any creature. So I think it was wrong to put those counters on the visitor here. I could have even crewed the hoverbike to put the counters on the hoverbike, but I think I should have put those. I should have put those counter on the bearer just to be able to block the shrine. I mean, now we don't even have a good blocker for the Prancer. Damn. This was a mistake. Stupid mistake. So what do we do now? I think I will just tap the visitor to crew the hoverbike and double block this one. Oh, now they can, well, I didn't realize that they found their second red source. Yeah, this is pretty much game over. I mean, at least they don't have a modified creature anymore, but they also have this creature to reconfigure. What can we get back here? We can get back the hoverbike to tap down that... No, we can't. Only enchantments and creatures. So probably this one and the Bearer of Memory. Is there any point in playing the general? Not really, because we can only play the hoverbike and only in our turn, so we can't even tap down their dragon spirit. So we do this, and we do both of this, and we return target creature and target enchantment. And I think we play the bearer here, put another counter on the visitor, and attack with vigilance to trade with the dragon. I mean, no. They have a death touch creature, so no point in attacking here. This is just over. Not sure why I keep playing. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. And goodbye. Okay, our hand looks fine. We got the tech wrecker. And we even got now drew the Fang, so with a death touch counter on tech wrecker, the Fang will enter the battlefield as a 3/4. Opponent plays a Saga, and we are creating now red tokens. It's a pretty good one. So they will gain control of the red tokens, and later they get a creature which can attack and sacrifice those red tokens to draw cards. At least we've got now a Death Toucher, and next turn we can even attack with it if they don't commit a blocker to the board and exile their Saga, so we would keep the reds here. That's pretty good. And they don't play anything, so first I will play the Fang, so we still have a modified creature. Maybe they have some sort of... Okay, they tap down our tech wrecker. That's too bad, so they will gain control of the red tokens here. We attack anyways. I mean, I guess I did another mistake here, right? I could have ninjutsu'd in the wrecker last turn to bounce one of the red tokens to our hand. Man, I'm doing so many mistakes here. Okay, but I guess... Oh, this has haste? Oh, this is bad. Ah, but they decide to attack with the hoverbike. Why? I would have attacked with this echo thing with the spirit here to sacrifice a creature and draw a card. I mean, they are even missing land drops. So I think I will... This is an enchantment creature, so I think I will attack now with both of my creatures and exile it before they can draw any cards. And I actually could have played the Hot Spring here. To put another 1/1 counter on a creature here. But well... Oh! Not even necessary here. Well, our opponent was stuck on 2 lands, so I can understand the scoop here. Okay, this hand looks good. Wow, we got the visitor here. I think... I mean, we could play this turn 1 and play this turn 2 as a 2/2. But we can also play this turn 1 and play this to give it another counter right away. Or even play this. Yeah, I think we will kick off with the visitor here, and then I can even play the visionary to give it a 1/1 counter right away. So let's do that. Take for 2. And the visitor is so good, especially in the opening hand. Unfortunately, we now have a lot of lands here. And, well, visionary just draws us more lands, but at least it mills cards into our graveyard. So they get rid of the visitor, which is unfortunate. Should I attack with a visionary? I mean, I don't want them to kill it here, so I think I will just play this one, D1 damage, and pass. And then at the end of their turn I return the visionary to our hand, so they can't kill it anymore. We find a land and we mill some decent stuff that we can get back later with visionary. And the next turn we can play our general and it gets an extra 1/1 counter. We didn't mill a artifact, but still it's a 4/4 with trample. So we get another 2/2 with haste. Should I play the visionary again? I mean, they could have like another Kami's Flare and that would be pretty bad for us. And we really want this value here. And we already got like 4 lands, so if I channel it now... Oh, this is double X. This is double X, so I can only return like 2 cards from our graveyard. Which could be like the Kami Reborn and the Visitor. Maybe I should just be greedy and play the Visionary again and hope they don't have a removal spell for it. So I think first of all I will attack now with the General. See if they block. I don't think they will. I mean, I would happily trade the General for their Shrine here. Okay, cool. And then... This might be so greedy, so I think... Yeah, let's just play this one and this one. And a land. And then we pass the turn. I don't want to be too greedy here. I mean, we could play it out. We could find another land with it next turn. Maybe if we draw another land, we would have 8 lands, and then we could return like 3 cards from our graveyard. But I don't think it's worth the risk. Okay, they got a big double striking creature now. So we will take 4 here, because if I block, it gets +2/+2. So hopefully we can draw a creature to give it another 1/1 counter. We did not. This is bad because now we don't get the 1/1 counter. So I think I will just channel at the end of the opponent's turn. Take for 2. Play a land, take another 4. Or their creature. And then we return like the General and the Kami Reborn and hope we can find something good with the first 2 chapters. I mean, we gain 2 life at least, so... And if they attack now for 4, we can also take for 4. Obviously they could play like an other creature or just, well, reconfiguring wouldn't do that much because it would just be a 1/1 with double strike, and I would happily trade one of my 2/2s with their 1/1 with their equipment here. Okay, they decide to attack. We do not block. And they have an Antiquity here for our enchantment. But at least it seems like they don't have a blocker here, so we play it for 2 and we return... Wait. X target non... Ah, this one is legendary, so we can't return it. Too bad, but then, well, we will return the Beer of Memory, just because the Vigor now is not that good anymore, because we almost don't have any cards in our hand. Oh, the Ninja was pretty good here. So I think I will Ninja this in. Maybe I will play first the Beer of Memory, attack for 2, ninjutsu this creature in, and... Ah, this is the one with the Death Touch counter. Well, we can exile the Lizard Blades here. So let's do that, and then I can even replay it right away. So yeah, that's cool. Take action, exile the blades, and then Bear of Memory? No. I think I would rather play the Bear on next turn, so we get value of the second chapter. So we play this one, and the Kami Reborn. And there's no point. Wait, this makes like exile one of them face down with a hedging counter, and later we can play one of those if this creature dies without paying its mana cost. Well, so I think I will pick the most expensive card here. If they equip, I will block with... No, I wouldn't block with the archer, because this would grow to a 4-4. No stupid mistakes, please. No more stupid mistakes. Okay, this is exiled face down. So clearly the Tanuki. And then we will play a land. We will play the Bear of Memory with an additional 1/1 counter. And we will attack with a Tag Wrecker. It has to be a Death Touch counter. So there's no point in putting more 1/1 counters on this creature because we can't exile those. They found another shrine. Well, that's not the worst. Now we are at the point of the game where we can just... I mean, they can pay 1 to put a 1/1 counter on their creature, but we can pay 6 to do so too. So that's not the worst. I don't want to attack with a bearer now, because they can just block it with a trainee and trade here, and well, this is our mana sink right now, so I don't think we can't attack here. So we just pass, put a 1/1 counter on a creature end of turn, maybe even the egg. Or maybe just this one here, so we can attack with it next turn. If I attack, they block, we trade here, and they can equip here, and this becomes a 4-4 and a 5-5 at the end of their turn. And then I could like attack with the Bear of Memory and put a counter on it and trade here, so we would both lose our 1/1 counter engines. Is that good? Or I could just wait another turn and make this a 5-5 so they can trade with a trainee. I think that might be better. So let's pass. It's also dangerous later to attack with a Memory Bearer into their Vigor, because they could draw like a combat trick here. It seems like they only drew a land, like we did. Season of Renewal is pretty good here. We can even get back the Visionary. This is amazing. Okay, so 6, 9, 10 mana, so we can activate the Bear of Memory and play the Season of Renewal. So let's attack with this dude. They double block, so we can kill the Vigor, and I mean, I don't have to put a 1/1 counter on it even, so we just let the trade happen. And now I will play this and return like this one, and wait, I want to return target creature card. That would be the general, I think. Yeah, still the visitor is fine, but I mean, yeah, but we don't have that many enchantments anymore. So, and the Visionary. And now we play out the general. And I could get greedy here and play the Visionary. No, there's no need to do so. It's just unnecessary. Because we have so much mana. Great. Okay. I keep drawing this archer. And I don't know, I regret that I picked it somehow. Well, we're up against white. I don't know if white plays a lot of flying creatures. Maybe we will need it this time. So let's play it. Next turn we can play the Bearer of Memory, or maybe even the Hot Spring, because after that all of our creatures get haste. Yeah, let's do that because well, this is a flying creature, so we could block it with our archer. Yeah, let's do that. I think I would block it. Because it's also a good blocker, like, against, for our memory, for our Bearer of Memory. So if they attack, I mean, if they don't attack, we can put a 1/1 counter on this creature. It would become a 4/3, and they would have a good blocker with their suit and their 1/1 here. So if they attack, I would just trade with the archer and clear the path for the Bearer of Memory. I mean, that might means that they have more better creatures. But I'm actually pretty happy that they use their removal spell on my stupid defender creature. That might means that they have more removal spells though, but still. So it seems like there was no response, so perfect, we can attack for 4 now. And next turn we can play a 3/4 Fang. Give it a 1/1 counter and haste. They can attack us for, well, for 4 it seems. Which is totally fine. If you control a modified creature as you cast this spell, it deals X+2 damage. So we could destroy it here right now. Is it worth it? I mean, it's not that good a creature, right? I don't think it's worth it. No creature to play next turn with Kakazan. I still think I should play both of those cards here. Wait. Why does it have haste? Oh, all creatures with 1/1 counters have haste. No, all modified creatures have haste. That's pretty good. I think I'm supposed to put a 1/1 counter on this anyway and just smash for 8. Deal 1 more damage with Kakazan. And next turn we've even got a removal spell, we've got a Comet Trick. We could even put like 2 lore counters on this one, but this triggers only when you cast, not when a creature enters the battlefield. So this won't enter the battlefield with an additional 1/1 counter because of the second chapter, but because of this ability here it would. The next time 1 or more enchantment creatures enter the battlefield under your control this turn, each enters with 2 additional 1/1 counters on it. Okay, they found another blocker. Am I supposed to kill the companion here? I think so. They've only got 2 mana. I think I should. No, we can play X equals 0 because it deals +2 damage because we have a modified creature. So yeah, let's kill the companion. Maybe that was a mistake. I don't know, because we have the Comet Trick. Maybe it was not necessary. We can't kill him anyway next turn. Well, on the other hand, with this creature we can. So let's go for it. They have 2 mana. What could they have? Like this one, it gets an additional -1/-1 at the end of turn for each modified creature you control as you cast this spell. So if they have another one of those, they don't have another modified creature. They could like equip this, block here, but it would be still a trade, and yeah, let's just go for it. Make a 4/4 with haste. Put a 1/1 counter on this one here, so it cannot trade with a suit. They must have something, right? Okay, they don't have anything. Cool, this is going great. That's a good curve. Okay. Next turn we can play this, put another land into play. Hopefully we can find another one, so we actually... It actually gives us an advantage. Another 1-drop here. So, but they can pressure us a lot with those menace creatures. At least we can gain back a little bit of life here. And then with our defender, which we drew again. Yeah, let's just play this and hope we can draw another land next turn. And with our defender we might be able to block those menace creatures. Opponent until now only drew black mana, well, and this thing to cast ninjas. And we drew another land here, so maybe, I think, well, we have this archer to block one of their flyers. To block their flyer, they have this creature, so they could ninjutsu this one to their hand. So I think I will flash in the hoverbike to tap it down, so they could only ninjutsu their spirit at the cost that they lose it. Yeah, by putting it back into their hand. Because I don't want to replay this and drain another 2 times for 1. So let's play the hoverbike. Tap down the captain. And let's see what they want to ninjutsu in here. Okay, they don't. So this one doesn't have haste. So we pass into our turn. And I think I will just play like the Bear of Memory, equip the Kunai to our defender, and then if they flash something in, we can, ninjutsu something in, we can kill it at instant speed, possibly, if it has 3 toughness or less. So they don't attack, okay. In that case, well, I don't want to kill any of their creatures. Got another Azusa's journey. So I think I will just attack with a hoverbike. I could also attack with a Seeker, but they would just double block here. We could pump we could play our combat trick. They could blow us out with another combat trick or with a removal spell. I mean, they didn't play anything. They have 3 cards and 5 mana. Yeah, that's probably not a good idea here. I don't want to do that again. I mean, on the other hand, well, this is a deck with black mana, so I'm not sure if there are any. Yeah, there are black removal spells that just kill a creature, also at instant speed, I think. Yeah, let's try it anyway. At least we can, like, in response to the trigger, we can tap 3 lands, play our pump spell. Oh, they block with all of their creatures. Wait, we can make it a 5/5 and kill like 5 of their creatures, or we could just kill like this one and one of those. Maybe that's worth it. Maybe that's worth it. Just because they possibly have a combo trick here, so I'm just gonna let it happen here. I mean, I also have the kunai. So I could like destroy... I think I will destroy now one of the captains. Wait. I mean, yeah, let's try it. I will go for it, I will go for it. I will put 2 1/1 counters on this creature. Wait. Put 2 1/1 counters on target creature you control. Well, why? Because I'm in full control. And then I can untap 3 lands. And then I can activate this one and destroy one of their captains. And this is a pretty good blowout, I guess. Cool. And play another Journeys. I didn't expect them to have nothing here. It's pretty weird. They got the Master. Maybe they wanted to ninjutsu that in. Okay, they can destroy our Seeker now. But we still got our memory. Bearer of Memory. There's no way we want to trade here, right? This is right now it's just a 3/3 and well, if they have another rogue or ninja, they can... It can pump it. So we can't activate the bearer. We are missing a land here. Maybe I should just attack with a hoverbike. I mean, the bearer right now is worth more than the Fur Master, I think. So let's attack with a hoverbike. Yeah, I mean, I could flash this in to destroy their enchantment, but it's not even that good. I don't think it's worth it. I would rather have the Death Touch creature, but I will keep it in hand because, well, they might play an artifact or enchantment we want to destroy. It seems like they only drew a land. Do they have a combo trick? Why would they trade here? I think that's fine. I mean, they are basically trading the combo trick with our 3/3 archer creature. Okay, now we can put a 1/1 counter on something. I think I will just attack with a hoverbike again. And I think I want to put the 1/1 counter on the Seeker, right? This must be better. I mean, there is an argument to put it on the hoverbike because it's not so easy to kill. But on the other hand, if they kill our creatures, we can't crew the hoverbike. And that would be pretty bad. That's a good card to draw. So first let's attack with our creatures here. I mean, I could play this now just to get another 1/1 counter on our creatures, but if they have something, we can at least put a 1/1 counter at instant speed on our creatures. So let's attack for 6. And then we play our Saga and put a 1/1 counter, I think, on the Bearer of Memory. Yeah, I guess it's looking good here. Wow, they're flying out pretty bad. Oh, do they've got something here? Seems like they've got some sort of ninjutsu card here. Maybe even a big ninjutsu card. What's going on there? Stop scaring me. Oh man, what's that? Return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. Oh boy. What a blowout. Wow. Okay. Man, this is a mean card here. Oh boy, okay. I mean, at least we've got the Wreckers to block it next turn, so we just attack for 5 vigilance. And hopefully they don't top deck an answer for our Wrecker here. So they won't be able to attack into this. On the other hand, they now have a 7/6, which blocks both of our... I mean, even a 8/7, which blocks pretty good both of our 5/5 creatures. Well, but I think we can attack with everything, and they can eat one of our 5/5s. They have to jump the other one, and they take 2 in the air. Let's see what we draw. Heiko. Do we've got an artifact? Yeah, we got the kunai, which can deal 3 damage to the face. But if we... Well, I can at least... I mean, I can crew the hoverbike with the general and then keep back the 1/3. They can eat one of our 5/5s and they have to top deck something pretty good. And next turn we want to take with only 1 creature anyway. Well, no, let's see. Only if a samurai or warrior. And this is not a samurai, neither a warrior. This is a warrior. So if they are smart, they block our 5/5 with vigilance. Not sure. They would go down to 5. They would lose the master. But next turn we could attack with only 1 creature to get back our kunai. But then they just eat the 1 creature. And the hoverbike has to cross the finish line. I don't know what to do here. So let's crew the hoverbike with our general. Yeah, and let's... Okay, let's attack like that, right? I mean, it's basically we trade one of our 5/5s with the stupid master. It's not really worth it. It's not really worth it. So let's attack for 2 in the air. And pass the turn. And bluff with our forest in our hand. I mean, even if they draw a removal spell here for our Death Toucher, we can block with our 2 5/5s. Wait, if I attack now with everything, they like jump here, eat this creature, take 4. So they wouldn't be dead. Next turn I could like attack with one of our samurai creatures or warrior creatures, get back the kunai and deal 3 lethal damage to them. Oh, okay, they got a rebuke. That's too bad. So we lose our flyer. Damn. Well, there's not much we can do about that. It was a good draw for them. So now I'm happy that I didn't attack with my 5/5s last turn. Okay, they drew a land like we did before. 6. Now 4, 7, 8. Okay, we can't play it and put a 1/1 counter on a creature right away. So I think we just play it and pass. I mean, I could attack with our Death Toucher to deal 1 damage, and we still have our 5/5s here, so let's do that. Unfortunately, it's not a warrior, neither a... Oh, we can exile. Okay, we can destroy this. I don't want to. Unfortunately, it's neither a warrior nor a samurai, so we won't get back the hoverbike. Oh boy. That was a good creature. That was a good draw for them. I mean, still, we got the Death Toucher. We got our 2 5/5s. But, boy. Okay, I think now the plan is to make this a 9/9 creature. I don't think they can afford to attack here. Because we could just take 8 and swing big time. So if I attack with everything, they just block here, here, and maybe here, and they would take like 3, 4. Oh, they are dead. They are dead on board. I attack with everything, they block here, eat this, they block here, and they take 3, 4. Yeah, they are dead on board. If I'm not mistaken. What's that? I should have read that before, but it's nothing to worry about. Okay. It feels like such a bad attack because they just can't eat both of our 5/5s. But still, 4 damage will go through. So we don't have to pump even. I mean, we could have. Yeah, they're just dead. The memory, Bearer of Memory, and the other creature that untaps your lands is a nice combo I just saw, but you just it seems like you have to turn on full control. Otherwise, the trigger just resolves. This hand is not very good, but no, I think we've got to mulligan this. This is better. I wonder, I keep this, and I wonder if I should get rid of the wrecker here. Yeah, let's do that. I'm not sure because its ability can be pretty good. This is just, it rams us into the tails, but we would need to draw more lands for that to work. But it's later on, it's a 3/3, yeah, let's keep it. And we can put 1/1 counters on it, so it becomes a 4/4. And again, if we draw lands, we can maybe play this on turn 4. Story Weave, also pretty good with our Saga. We drew a land, which is good, so if we can draw another one in the next 2 turns, we can put this into play. We can play this turn 4. Okay, a 2/2 double strike is pretty good. So I think I will just play out this one to have a blocker. Yeah, let's do that. I mean, yeah, let's do that. Because next turn we will get a 3/3 and we could put a 1/1 counter on it. I don't think we want to attack into this one because I don't want to trade this, or do I? Well, oh, we have to discard. Oh man, okay, the Story Weave has to go. I mean, if oh, okay, now this is a 4/4 and it takes for 8. Next turn again. Oh boy. Well, at least we drew the land here to play this one on turn 4, but still. Well, this 5/5 can actually block it and trade for it. So let's put the 1/1 counter. Oh, but we don't have the 5/5 yet. Yeah, I don't think I can afford to take another 8 damage here. Jeez. Okay, so we just take. No, we're on chump duty here. We can't take 10 damage here. We got the Skyscraper. But we don't have enough mana to cast it, so we just play the Hot Spring. And a attack for 6. Next turn they will attack for, well, 6 in the air. again, because this gives flying, so there's no point in... We can't try to block it. But next turn we will get a big hasty creature, so we are also putting a lot of pressure on them. And if we draw a land, we can put a 1/1 counter on our 5/5. Oh man, we drew a tapped land. That's too bad. Otherwise we could have played the skyscraper here. But, well, what are you gonna do? So, let's see. Next turn, they attack us with everything, let's say, and I have only this 5/5 back, or I mean the 6/6. Because it has vigilance, if I attack with both, but if I attack, they just double block here. That's pretty bad. So maybe I just put the counter on this creature, and if they block with everything, we at least kill both of those. But then we can't play the skyscraper unless we draw another land, which is not impossible. So let's say they block, those trade, and if they don't block, they attack with everything, and we can block like this creature, and we take 3, 6, 7. So we are not dead. If they can kill this creature, we are definitively dead. But if we don't attack, we can't kill him next turn. Because if we attack and deal damage, we can play this out, we can make it a 9/9, we can give it haste, it has trample. And so I think we should go for it and hope they don't have a removal spell for our vigilance creature. Oh, now we can even play the skyscraper. They blocked. Hey, what did just happen here? Ah no, we can't because we didn't put a counter on this creature. Okay. Okay, everything is fine. Everything is fine. Nothing happened. Okay, they found the removal spell, so are we just dead here? We're not. But there's not... so now we can't attack here. This doesn't give trample. Yeah, but we also, I mean, we can play this. We can attack with everything. Without another blocker, they would have been just dead here, but they can jump. Well, we can untap 3 lands, which doesn't do much here. So, GG. Close game though. Without that blocker, we would have gotten there. 5-2 so far, which is better than I expected with this deck. So this hand I don't think we can keep. We have 2 journeys, but we have only 2 lands. If we can draw another land, I mean, we could play the air. If we drew enough lands, we could ramp out the tails, but let's mulligan here. Okay, this looks better. We can even play the Archer with as a 4/4. And I think... do I get greedy here and get rid of a land? Or maybe I just get rid of the Archer and don't play it with a 1/1 counter and lose the 1/1 counter? Yeah, let's get greedy here. Maybe we'll regret it. Usually if I put a land on the bottom of the library, I don't draw lands for the rest of the game. The game punishes you for doing so. Okay, the mech. So yeah, let's play our Archer so we can even block the mech with our 4/4 reach creature, which is nice. But yeah, we didn't draw a land here. Wait. Another mech, but another type of mech. Oh, this is a rare. So when this becomes crewed for the first time each turn until end of turn, it becomes a copy of target non-legendary creature that crewed it this turn, except it's a 4/3 It's a vehicle artifact in addition to its other types, and it has flying. Okay. And we drew land here. So now we can play like... I mean, we could even play this and deal 4 damage. If they crew this, they can also crew this, and then they can attack past the archer, which would be fine, I guess, because we will play our bearer, and then we can attack for 3 still. This one... I mean, if this gets crewed, it can crew another creature, or... It doesn't, but it doesn't really crew the other creature. It just turns it into a... It just turns it into a creature. So this does not become a copy of this. Well, it doesn't... It wouldn't actually matter here. So I don't have any good attacks, I guess. If I attack with our 3-2, I mean, they could trade with the koi. They could just crew the mech here. And block. They're playing black, so but I think I have to play out the visionary at the hope of finding more lands. And hopefully they don't have a removal spell for it. So we play this and pass. Yeah, this time the archer is actually doing a lot of work here. Okay, 5 mana. Seems like they want to attack here. We can deal 2 damage with this. Okay, they turn it into the koi. Do we take 4 here? Maybe not. I mean, we can attack them back for 5, but they most likely have a... They most likely have a follow-up creature here. I think I will just block. I mean, then... Well, no. This opens... If I block and lose the archer, they can attack like for 6 in the air next turn by playing another creature and crew the mech with it. So I think I will just take 4 here. If necessary, we can discharge this creature. Another koi. So luckily I didn't block. Man, so many creatures, so many things that fly. Okay, so let's return the visionary to our hand. Now, we can try to ninjutsu this in at some point and destroy one of their artifacts. But yeah, let's activate this ability, return it to our hand. Hopefully find a land. It enters the battlefield tapped. Those are some pretty good cards. Well, actually not that good. The visitor would have been fine here. And still no point in attacking. So this is bad. They can hit us for 4 each turn in the air. And we can't do anything. Okay, the beetle is fine, I guess. What do we discard? Maybe the general? Or maybe this one? I mean, if we draw land next turn, will we play it? We could put another counter on the archer, so it would block even the 4/3. And I think if they had a removal spell, they would have played it here. Yeah, so let's discard the general. Oh, and they get to loot. This is actually pretty scary. If they can get rid of our archer here, we're just screwed. They can attack us for so much in the air. I mean, they just have to crew the mech here, and they can crew the other mech, and then they can attack for like 13 in the air. Okay, it becomes a copy of the beetle. So next turn I think I will play out the visionary and then discharge this one as soon as they crewed again. Because we are still struggling to find lands here. So let's do this, and we can play this for 3 so we can kill one of their flying creatures. Maybe they will go for an all-out attack next turn. I mean, they could play like another creature, crew all their enchantments, attack with everything, and we can like eat one of their flying, one of their 3/3s, and we would take like 10 damage. Uh-oh, it looks like they found a removal spell for our reach creature. Okay, it's not a removal spell, to be fair. Oh man, okay. So, game over. So yeah, I think so. We will take 9 in the air. Deal 3 to a koi, or maybe just that one. Yeah, just do it, that one. Oh, we don't even have a modified creature. Okay, GG.